Let me ask you something you might not want to hear, but absolutely need to. What if the reason things aren't going the way you want in the bedroom has nothing to do with getting older? What if it comes down to 4 hidden factors that most men never even think about? And here's the surprising part. What if fixing them didn't mean taking a pill, using a device, or having one of those awkward conversations you'd rather avoid? I get asked this all the time in my clinic. After working with men for more than 2 decades, I can tell you age is rarely the only reason for these challenges. I've seen men in their 60s and 70s regain their confidence simply by finding and addressing these 4 overlooked causes. They include things like circulation, nerve health, hormone balance, and yes, your state of mind. Each one plays a role, and when even one is out of balance, it can throw everything off. The best part is, you can start improving all 4 right now, naturally, and without anything extreme. So stick with me, because I'm going to break down each cause, explain exactly how it works, and show you the simple steps you can take to turn things around. This isn't just about the bedroom, it's about your energy, your confidence, and how you feel in your own skin. I'm Dr. Stacy Loeb, a board-certified urologist with more than 15 years of experience helping men over 50 restore their hormones, energy, and vitality. And I can tell you, these 4 causes of erectile dysfunction are often missed, even in the doctor's office. Today, I'm going to break them down in plain English. I'll explain how each one affects your body and what you can start doing about it, right now, from the comfort of your own home. Here's the truth. ED is not always about testosterone or simply getting older. Erections are a team effort, involving your brain, blood vessels, nerves, and hormones. When just one part of that system is out of sync, performance suffers. But here's the good news: in many cases, when you identify and fix the underlying cause, things can start working again. Think of it like a 4-piece orchestra. If one instrument is out of tune, the whole song feels off. But when you adjust that one piece, everything comes together again. Over the years, I've seen men who thought they were too old completely turn things around once we uncovered the real issue. And it wasn't always what they expected. So in the next few minutes, we'll talk about the 4 most common, yet most overlooked causes of ED. We'll cover how to spot them, why they happen, and the simple, natural steps you can take to improve them starting today. This isn't about quick fixes or gimmicks. It's about giving your body what it needs to function the way it was designed to. Let's look at the 4 most common and most ignored causes, starting with the one I see most often in my clinic. Cause number 1 is poor blood flow. Here's the mistake I see all the time. Many men focus almost entirely on testosterone, but completely overlook the health of their arteries. The truth is, an erection is all about circulation. Your blood vessels need to open wide and allow a steady rush of blood into very specific areas. If those vessels are narrowed or blocked, the process simply doesn't work the way it should. Plaque buildup from high cholesterol, years of smoking, or simply sitting too much can slowly reduce blood supply. You may not feel it at first. There's no pain, no dramatic warning sign. In fact, one of the earliest clues that your circulation is in trouble can actually show up in the bedroom, sometimes years before heart problems ever appear. That's how closely connected your vascular health and your performance really are. When blood flow is reduced, erections can be slower to start and harder to maintain. You might notice they feel less firm, or that it takes more stimulation than before. And because this is a circulation issue, the same problem that's affecting one part of your body is very likely affecting your heart and brain as well. The solution here isn't complicated, but it does take commitment. Start with daily movement. Even a 20-minute walk can make a difference over time. Add more leafy greens and brightly colored vegetables to your plate. These are packed with nutrients that help keep your arteries flexible and clear. Cut back on processed foods that are high in salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats. And if you smoke, quitting is one of the single best things you can do for both your heart health and your performance. Think of it this way: heart health equals bedroom health. When your blood vessels are open, flexible, and strong, everything else has a much better chance of working the way it's supposed to. Cause number 2 is nerve damage. A lot of men don't realize how much their nerves contribute to performance. These are the electrical pathways that carry signals from your brain, down your spine, and directly to the muscles and blood vessels that make everything work. If those pathways are damaged, the message doesn't get through clearly, and the result is slower response, weaker function, or sometimes no response at all. One of the most common causes of nerve damage is long-term high blood sugar, as in diabetes. Excess sugar in the bloodstream can injure delicate nerve fibers, making them less sensitive and slower to react. But diabetes isn't the only culprit. Heavy alcohol use can dull nerve function over time. Back injuries, especially in the lower spine, can pinch or damage the nerves that control your pelvic area. Even prolonged sitting without movement can put pressure on these nerves and reduce their ability to transmit signals efficiently. When the nerves aren't firing properly, you may notice that arousal takes longer to build, or that you can't maintain firmness as easily as before. It's not that your desire is gone, it's that the wiring between your brain and your body isn't communicating at full strength. So what can you do? First, if you have diabetes, work closely with your healthcare provider to keep your blood sugar in a healthy range. Even small improvements can help protect your nerves from further damage. If you drink alcohol, consider cutting back. Your nerves will thank you. Add regular movement into your day to keep circulation flowing and relieve pressure on the lower spine. Strengthening your core and stretching your hips can also help keep the pathways clear. Think of your nerves as high-speed internet cables. When they are intact and free from interference, the signal is instant and reliable. But if they are frayed or pinched, the connection drops. Protecting your nerve health isn't just about performance, it's about keeping your entire nervous system in top condition for years to come. Cause number 3 is hormonal imbalance. When most men hear the word hormones, they immediately think about testosterone, and yes, that's an important player. But testosterone is only one part of a much larger hormonal network that affects your performance, your mood, and your energy. If the balance between these hormones is off, the whole system can be thrown out of sync. For example, as men get older, testosterone levels can gradually drop, but at the same time, estrogen levels may creep up. Too much estrogen can reduce desire and make it harder to achieve firmness. High levels of stress can increase cortisol, the body's main stress hormone, which not only affects mood and sleep, but also interferes with the signals needed for performance. Thyroid hormones, often overlooked, can also play a role in energy and stamina. The tricky part is that hormonal imbalance doesn't always come with obvious warning signs. You might feel a bit more tired, notice changes in your weight, or find your motivation slipping. These symptoms can easily be blamed on just getting older, but they may actually be your body's way of asking for a tune-up. So, what can you do? Start by getting a full hormone panel through your healthcare provider. This isn't just about checking testosterone, it's about understanding the full picture. Testosterone, estrogen, thyroid function, and even cortisol if stress is a factor. Simple lifestyle adjustments can make a big difference. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, Manage stress with daily breathing exercises or short walks, and include foods rich in healthy fats like salmon, walnuts, or avocado, which support hormone production. Think of your hormones like the conductors of an orchestra. When they are in harmony, the music flows beautifully. But when one is out of rhythm, the entire performance feels off. Restoring that balance can bring back not just physical performance, but also energy, focus, and overall well-being. Cause number 4 is psychological factors. This is the one many men underestimate or even ignore because it doesn't feel as physical as the others. But the truth is, your mind and your body are deeply connected, especially when it comes to performance. Stress, anxiety, relationship tension, or even one bad experience can create a feedback loop that affects you every time you try again. Here's how it works. When you feel anxious or pressured to perform, your body can slip into what's called the fight or flight response. This is an ancient survival mechanism designed to protect you from danger, not help you relax. In fight or flight mode, blood is directed away from the pelvic area toward your muscles and heart, preparing you to run or defend yourself. That's the exact opposite of what you need in intimate moments. The challenge is, once this pattern happens a few times, your brain starts to associate intimacy with stress. You might begin to anticipate problems before they even occur. That anticipation alone can trigger the same stress response, creating a cycle that's hard to break. So, how do you address this? First, recognize that this isn't all in your head. It's a real physiological reaction. Simple relaxation techniques like deep breathing, mindfulness, or progressive muscle relaxation can help calm your nervous system. Regular physical activity can also reduce stress hormones and boost mood. If relationship issues are part of the picture, open communication or professional counseling can be incredibly effective. Think of your mind as the control center. When it sends the right signals, calm, confident, connected, the rest of your body can respond the way it's designed to. But when it's flooded with stress signals, even a perfectly healthy body can have trouble. Taking care of your mental and emotional well-being is just as important as caring for your physical health. Now you can see why just taking a pill isn't always the answer. Pills might offer a temporary boost, but they don't address what's really going on underneath. When you focus on the root causes, improving circulation, protecting your nerves, restoring hormonal balance, and supporting your mental well-being, you're not just improving performance in one area. You're strengthening your entire foundation of health. So here's your quick recap. Keep your blood vessels clear by moving daily and fueling your body with nutrient-rich foods. Protect your nerves by managing blood sugar, reducing habits that cause damage, and keeping your spine and core strong. Balance your hormones with good sleep, stress management, and the right nutrition. And take care of your mind, because confidence, connection, and relaxation all start in the brain. When you make these 4 areas a priority, you're not only supporting better function, you're boosting your confidence, energy, and quality of life. You'll have more stamina for the things you love, greater resilience against health problems, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're taking care of yourself from the inside out. Your body is still listening. It's capable of change, repair, and renewal no matter your age. The steps you take today can transform not only your health, but also how you feel every single day. So start small, stay consistent, and remember, when you take care of the whole system, everything works better together. If you found this helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, a brother, or anyone who might need to hear it. The more we talk about men's health openly and without judgment, the more lives we can improve. Remember, your health is not just about numbers on a chart. It's about how you feel when you wake up in the morning, how much energy you have for the day ahead, and the confidence you carry into every part of your life. You don't have to settle for less. Your best years aren't behind you, they are still ahead. And every step you take now brings you closer to living them fully. So take care of your body, protect your mind, and give yourself the chance to feel strong, capable, and connected for many years to come.